Hey there, today we're going to talk about 5 things you wish as if you're a leader and you wish to stop doing that your organization we're going to take care of instead of those 5 things, replace them with something else. So let's take them one by one. One thing is you should stop cascading goals. Why I say that is because those goals that are coming from high coming down, they cascade, they kind of interfere with every personal thinking and every through. If I love to do something, you're going to interfere and I cannot contribute in the way I could. Another thing, the number 2 would be stop doing those performance ratings. Those numbers, I don't trust. Nobody trusts those numbers. They reduce each person to a fabricated number. They kind of make them to prevent the organization from seeing me as a whole person. Number 3, I would love for you to think about not using feedback loops tools. And feedback, performance feedback, it's going to be so tricky if you don't know how to do it well. And I think if you should throw it away completely, and it's going to prevent and reduce the problem that we have with that is that it's going to create distrust. So most likely it's going to come up and diminish the trust. And instead of that, we better not use it at all. Number 4 would be something that don't cascade any talent reviews. You know how you have those reviews? Because they also diminish the trust that we have across the entire organization. And number 5, I think would be opinions that you're getting through surveys. That will be remove the trust again from the organization, and should be located if you're doing it only in the teams, and the teams should be the first one. They should initiate, and they should be the one that are going to evaluate them. The team leader should know that, but not the entire organization. So those are the 5 things, and what you could do instead now, if you think about it, I will love to share what I found out to be one of the things that probably is going to put you to at least have an introspection about it and think about that. Mission. You know how you have that mission, and I don't know if it's good put to a good use. Some of the companies, and when you're getting hired, somebody is coming to your organization and they ask you, what is the organization mission? And is that a straightforward one? Do people really connect to that? Because it's there is no reason for you to have that mission and just cascade goals from it, because what you could do instead is to cascade the meaning. Do I have meaning? What is the meaning of what am I supposed to do? And let me also come up and help you with that. I can align with who I am, and I can just tell you how I can align to your mission and how I can contribute to that. So let's just talk about meaning more than a mission, and connection with the mission. And then will be another thing that you could do is how many direct reports does the CEO have? Because if there are too many, I know you don't have time to give enough attention to each team, and I need to support. Right? I need to be there for the teams that exist. So look at the number, optimal number, 5, 6, 7, max 10, but not more than that. And what kind of a program, number 3, will be something to think about. If I come to your organization, are you offering team joining programs? And if you don't know what that is, then there is a problem right there. Stop and think about how you can create already some teams that I can just quickly join. I can show you my affinities, I can select, and I can be part of. I want to contribute. If I cannot contribute, I'm not going to stay with the organization. I can make up my mind in about maybe 90 days, 60 to 90 days, if I made a mistake to be there or not. So think about that. How can you create people offer some suggested teams that they could join? And they could make a big impact quickly. Another one would be, okay, let me think about another one here that I have from this list. Is going to be, how frequently would I meet with my team leader to discuss my priorities and performance? Is that something, a check-in? Do you have those check-ins, and are they quick and they're well organized? And are they, these check-ins, created for me, so I can just say what I want and how I can contribute, or they are just for the managers and the leaders to keep us informed, because that should be a different kind of a meeting. We don't want to have that. That check-in time is the time that you want to tap into the organization team member and see what supports you can give them so they can thrive. Another one will be the education. Are you supporting the continual education? Are you putting money for people to go back to school or go back to find someone, go into something else and explore their strengths and just grow there? Do you have that kind of funding available? Just make that available. One that I love the most is also if you create an alumni team. Some organizations that are looking at how do we have our alumni organization and program of any kind. That gives me the sense that you want to be here for a long time. You care about, if I come in and I contribute and then I go out, I could come back anytime, or I could just connect with others who have been there in my place or in my role, or just go back in and check where that organization that I contributed to is right now. It's going to matter for me to know that you have this in place, and it's going to leave a good impression for those that would like to come and join your organization. So those are a few things that you want to think about it, and maybe if you want to reframe some of that, test it, see how those things will work, and how much of a greater team members you're going to attract that will be ready for you to join your organization and be there for when it's the most challenging time for you. Are you available to create? To create this space for everyone to really be with you when you need them and have them come in and contribute, to be the question. That's how we could do it. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to get in a conversation with you. I'm happy to see what you think about not having cascading goals. I know people are going to probably not like that because they got too used to it. But really, think about how many times you kind of came back and you spent so much time in this planning that actually never got implemented, because the changes in the current environment that we are in, it's requiring us to kind of go back and rethink what we want to do and attach ourselves to the most important, prioritize things in the most important way. And that can change from this week to the next one. Thank you. Talk to you soon.